Hello friends, welcome back to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel and we're not at the homestead, we are at our off-grid cabin, and I do tons of pantry videos on the homestead, but I've never done really a pantry video up here at the cabin. And I'm organizing, we brought a bunch of stuff from home to bring up here, and I thought I would share with you what I keep up here, what we're trying to build to, and what I'm going to be making a list of some things that I need to bring up. So first and foremost is very, very minimally, and this is the stock of it. We've been purchasing, when on sale, freeze-dried meals. So this is chicken and rice, scrambled eggs and bacon, Mexican adobe rice and chicken, and this one is rice and chicken. And then we have corn, carrots, bell peppers, onions, celery, mushrooms. Obviously, I have a thing for butter because I didn't know, but I purchased 2 different things of butter, and we have some honey powder, which we purchased before our bees were really making honey. I don't think I ever need to do that again right now. But I was getting ready to put this in this. I have kind of like 2 pantry areas. So that one, this one, and then we have some overflow like under the bunk beds in the bedroom that we could use. So that is one of the things that we've been doing, because we do treat our cabin property, as cringy as it is for me to say it, like a bug out location. So should anything happen, whatever it would be, whether a tornado wrecked our house and we couldn't live there for a while, or you know, something more even catastrophic than that, we would have a place to get away to that would be stocked to take care of our family. So in that, we've been buying some things that we can just keep shelf ready. So I'm gonna put all my freeze-dried goods, this counter goes back in that corner, so I'm gonna turn around and scooch all that in. And I counted this up, and I think I had 15 or 17 days of meals, just this. And that's 1 meal a day for Todd and I. And that doesn't count what's in this pantry. So 17 meals from basically just these 4 cans. So let me get these in here, and then I'll show you what else I keep in this pantry. All right, I got my little handy dandy flashlight here, so hopefully that's not blinding you guys too much, but at least we can get some light in there. Another thing I brought from the house was a jug of coconut oil. One of my new purchases of salt. We always have tons of salt at the house, and you guys know we've been working on practicing freeze drying our own meals too, so we brought up 3 of our jambalayas. So counting this, that would make it 20 meals. And then also a bag of our freeze-dried blueberries, and I already have quite a bit of those in the other pantry. Now the only thing left to add to this pantry, there's some like Tupperware pitchers back there, is my mixing bowls, big storage containers, things like that. I don't keep anything fancy up here. They're like old ice cream tubs, reusable rubber, you know, Rubbermaid containers. Okay. All right, now in this pantry, I'll pull a few things out. I just keep a few storage jars up here. But we have lard, a jar for bacon grease, some vegetable oil, extra seasonings, coffee, and this big tub back here is like baking powder, flour, brown sugar, more salt, stevia, there's coffee creamer, tea mix, lots of oats. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of blinding, huh? Some Quaker oats back there, biscuit mix, cornmeal, and then like paper towels and paper products. Okay, so I will put that back. So I am shy on flour. And so I'll probably bring up some of our, we have plenty of flour at home. So I'll bring up a couple vacuum sealed containers of flour. But that's that. And we have lots of coffee at home. Like I have so much whole bean coffee is what I use at the house. That is filthy. And I think I have bags and bags of it. So I need to just bring that up here. And I also have a coffee grinder, like an antique one that I don't use at the house, that I can bring up here to keep. So I'm going to put that in my notes before I forget. Okay, I was just wrapping up my list and I added a few things. So flour, I mentioned, sugar. I have like a quart jar of sugar up here. We just don't use it very much when we're up here. Like if we make oatmeal or something, we'll put maple syrup in it or honey. But I would like to have sugar on hand. So we'll bring up some sugar. I'll bring up a quart jar of regular honey because I only have like half a pint left in the other pantry. I didn't have any rice. I have a couple packs of like quick rice here, but I'll bring up some rice. There's no beans here, so we should bring up some beans. I am down to half of a jar of baking powder because I made biscuits this morning, so I tapped into that and saw how much I had, and I have no baking soda here, so I need to bring up baking soda and then the coffee in the coffee grinder. Okay, so let's head over to this pantry now, and we'll see what I keep in this one. All right, so pretty much everything in here usually has to come home with us during the winter when we close down the cabin for the winter, because things like this will freeze and bust, and my dry goods, home canned goods, if they were liquid, they could freeze and bust. So down here first, 3 jars of peanut butter in various states of consumption. I have that much maple syrup left, so we'll bring up some syrup, and I have that much honey left. So we'll bring up honey, but I do have a jar of mulberry syrup back there, 2 pints of pie filling for fun treats at the campfire, 1 of store-bought. This is the pint of our freeze-dried blueberries we have in stock, so I've brought up more of those. The kids like cereal when they come up, so there's a bag of cereal, lots of, just granola bars for when you go hiking and things like that. So quite a few boxes of those. Marshmallows, graham crackers for s'mores. So this is kind of just like the fun treat section. And then up here we have, like, this is that quick and ready rice that I mentioned. And it's funny, it's microwavable, so I don't know how I'm going to use it up here, but we would figure out a way to cook it, I'm sure. So rice, some macaroni and cheese, some fry mix for when we catch our fish, noodles. I have 5 cans of corn, 4 cans of peas and carrots, some chili dog sauce. This is our freeze-dried eggs that I've been using for the first time since we've been here, and it's a great practice run because we have lots of jars of this, but what I figured out is 1 jar is 3 breakfasts for Todd and I. So eggs, I'll definitely bring up basically all of my freeze-dried eggs up here, and then when I have to bring things home for the winter and our chickens aren't laying at home, I'll just bring some of those jars home. We have our dehydrated potatoes, sloppy joe mix, ground beef, our canned bacon, and canned breakfast sausage. So that's another 1, 2, 3 easy plus additional breakfasts. 1, 2, 3. So 3 and say 6 more. So we're getting close to about 30 meals. And Todd and I would normally go with 2 meals a day is what we eat, you know. Typically on our vacations to the cabin, our trips to the cabin, we eat 3 meals a day just because we feel like we're on vacation, so we do that. But in a real world circumstance, we would be eating 2 meals a day. So I feel like I have about 15 days worth of food altogether. I did bring up a jar of pizza sauce just for this weekend because we're making pizza, and then I brought up some of our peach salsa because we're doing shrimp on the grill. And then the last time I was here, we didn't have any tuna, or the last time I was here by myself, and I just wanted to do something simple for dinner, and I was surprised I didn't have any tuna here, so I brought up 7 cans of tuna. So now the tuna is stocked, and 1 lone sweet potato for dinner this week. That is that. The only thing that I think I'm going to do differently for here, this pantry, is I would probably bring up some additional canned meats, like our canned chicken and our canned goat, and then jellies. So we don't eat a lot of jellies at home, but something like peanut butter and jelly can really go far when you need it to. So I would probably bring up some jellies. And that is my food pantry. Now we have a medicine pantry here, like where we keep rotating stock through. We have like toilet paper on stock, that kind of stuff. Lots of wines and alcohols. So I just purchased another thing of vodka because I used the last of the vodka that we have here. We keep that on hand for making tinctures and things like that. So restocked that, and I think we're good. Oh, dish soaps, shampoos. So I could probably add shampoo to my list. Dish soap, cleaning products, all that kind of stuff we're really good on. So I think my plan is, with this off-grid cabin, you know, I should reach out to somebody like Tangi. You know, they had that big catastrophe that I'm talking about, Tangi at Freedom Homestead. They had a catastrophe a few years ago now where their basement wall fell in and they had to evacuate their house because it was inhabitable. How do you say that word? Uninhabitable? Until it got repaired. And I feel like they were out of their house for almost a year. Now, I don't know that we could do that per se and live at the cabin because of Todd's work and my work and the lack of cellular service here, that we couldn't connect to work. But I think I should be prepared. I would like to be prepared for at least 3 months here. If we had enough food and supplies and things that if it ever happened and we had to live at the cabin for a good 3 months, we could. Because there's a town nearby. We can always go get some stuff. But you never know. Like, what if we're injured or hurt or sick or something? So that is the plan. Thanks for coming to see my off-grid pantry. It was fun sharing it with you, and I'm glad to finally be organized and done with it. But I'll leave you here with the end of a sneak peek underneath my kitchen sink and the chaos that's under there where I keep a lot of other stuff. So like cleaning supplies, we have lots, and then like refill bottles. Lots and lots of dog food is up here. So this is Mika's dog food, Rue's dog food, that's dog food. And then all the, I don't think you guys can see it, but all the wines and different things are back there. Bleach. And then in this pantry is like garbage bags, freezer, foil, all that kind of stuff. So put that in there. I brought up another jug of dish soap refill. So we are good.